So now that we've overviewed the car, basically gave it the initial inspection, the next step is to get this Fox into detail, and we'll see how she cleans up. So we're taking the Cobra over to IM Detail in Costa Mesa for the paint correction, and Victor's gonna be the one towing it. Ever since I can remember, it gives me a sense of gratification to take something in pieces and put it back on the road. I pursued my passion and built a company that specializes in concourse level restorations. After all these years, I've perfected the process of building cars without breaking the bank. My name is Shant Meshefedjian, and this is CMS Motorsports and Restoration. We're over here in Costa Mesa right now at IM Detailing. This is Jacob, my boy, that pretty much specializes in all types of preservation and restoration on paintwork. I know what he can do to this car, and it's going to be an amazing platform for him to do his magic.
I'm Jacob Marek, the owner of IM Detailing. 50–60% of my clients are Porsche owners. Definitely a lot of Ferraris, Mercedes, exotics, and definitely I love what I do. The first step what we did on this car was, of course, like wash the car very nicely, foam it, rinse it with water, again foam it because this car was very dirty. Then we continue with engine bay, needs lots of love. When we moved the car inside, we took the emblems off and some other panels like windshield wipers and other plastic pieces. Then we polished, of course, like underneath. We clayed the car. After the clay, we use heavy compound, which removes a lot of oxidation plus the swirls what was there. When we did the paint correction, we realized actually what the car needs and what is actually still pretty good condition. The roof, it's definitely like the clear coat peeling off, damage from sun, a lot of oxidation. So there is no chance to save the paint actually. Same with the quarter panels, the doors, and also front bumper. We just try to make it nice as possible, but still keep it safe for the paint. It was a pleasure to work on this car for Sean, like always. This car was very challenging for us. It's definitely better than before, but still needs some work. Hopefully he will like it.
Wow.
Hey.
What's up, brother? How are you, man?
Okay, good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. This thing looks phenomenal, man. What did you do to this thing? thing looks absolutely amazing, Jacob. You did an amazing job, man.
Thank you.
I did not think the car was going to turn out this good. So did you have to do a step-by-step by doing a clay bar and cutting it down?
Yes, that's exactly what we did. We did clay bar, then of course like we prep everything, paint correction, then like final polish and wax it. And
the previous owner of the car told me that the original owner of the vehicle really took good care of the car.
Okay.
They bought it brand new. It was garage kept. It was driven, you know, only on the weekends. The person I bought it from, he drove it more often. He used it as his daily car for many years.
oh, wow.
And I'm sure that being a daily car, maybe something had occurred to the roof. Sometimes when people park it under a tree, if an acorn or anything falls on the roof, these roofs, they dent very easily. So if they did any type of repair work to the roof during the paint process, you can't cut the clear here. You have to go. You have to go all the way.
Yes, that's why.
And unfortunately, if they use the cheap clear coat, this is what you encounter. And the other side, maybe he had a dent, or sometimes it happens like maybe the body shop got a dent and they painted it
Of course, like
at the same time to do a little blend work. So because these, and you're right, the roof, the quarter panels, and the door, that it all matches the same type of clear coat defect. So it probably happened all at the same time.
Yeah, I think so too.
But the paint, for the most part, on rest of the car looks pretty original to you, huh?
Yeah.
Other than the roof and that door.
That's for sure.
Yeah. The spoiler surprisingly came out absolutely gorgeous.
And the spoiler is actually only one thing on the car, which is single stage paint, which I don't know.
Really?
I
Wow,
don't know
that's
why, but
interesting.
yeah, definitely.
Because they did make a version.
I think
of,
like they painted actually these things later when
Maybe,
the car
yeah.
actually built or something. So
Now there was a 93 Cobra in vibrant red, very few of them that came in a single stage,
oh, okay.
which were very rare. That's the rarest out of the bunch. This is a two-stage car, obviously, but it's interesting how you bring to the point where the spoiler was single stage. And what I want to actually point out is, being that it is a single stage, you can see how well it turns out. When it comes to paint correction, single stage is always better to work with because you're actually working with the paint. And I'm pretty sure Jacob can contest to that. So, and that's, you know, single stage is hard to find nowadays. They're mainly all two-stage water-based paints. But single stage for any type of paint correction usually gives you the best results. There's a few parts of the car that we're actually going to address. The front bumper definitely we're going to replace because of the crack. All these moldings are going to be new, replaced. We're going to respray all this. But for the most part, with the work that you've done, I didn't think it was going to pop the way it is, which that's what surprises me the most. I definitely knew there was some stuff that needed to be done, but the overall finished product, heck, I can drive the car the way it is.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, I cannot be more happy with this thing too. So, you know, we did the best what was still possible. And
Sure. No, I mean, based on what the condition was to what it is, it's huge. Okay, well, we're gonna take this back to the shop, and we're gonna, now that we have a platform to work on, now we know exactly what needs to be done and what we need to basically address when it comes to paint, bodywork, and such. We're going to take it back to the shop and do our magic to it, and I'll definitely keep you posted. It's probably going to be back for the final polish, but we'll definitely keep you posted, and hopefully we'll take it down the street, take it for a coast on the beach.
Okay, sounds good.
Thanks again, Jacob. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks.
We just got back to the shop. We brought the car back from Jacob at IM Detail, and he did an absolute phenomenal job on the car. At closer inspection, we did notice with some of the points that we originally had noted that needs to be addressed, such as the roof and the clear coat. We discovered that at one point this was probably repainted, and what they did was blend the clear coat into the quarter panels. And the type of clear coat they used most probably didn't have a UV protection or was a cheaper grade of clear. So you can see a substantial difference in the way the shine came out from the doors to the quarter panel. However, the front bumper, we're gonna definitely repaint. because it needs to either be repaired or replaced depending on how well the repair comes out on the crack. So at this point, with the front bumper, the roof, both quarter panels, and the rust repair on the deck lid, it's an absolute must that needs to be done. We're gonna get more in depth once we pull out the door moldings, the rear bumper cover, the rear spoiler. We might find some more surprises. So once we take the car apart, once we get into the repair, we'll definitely have a more substantial idea of what needs to be done. What's up, Ramon? Ready to pull it off?
Yes, sir.
My main fabricator, Ramon, he's a master when it comes to bodywork, blocking, body aligning, the whole 9 yards, so he's a real important aspect of the build. You ready?
Yes. Yes. Be careful. Oh, there you go.
At this point, what we're doing is we're basically getting all the body straightened out. I want Ramon to go over it, make sure everything's good, make sure the body panels, doors, trunk, everything fits bitchin'.
There we go. Right there, it's fine, no?
Yeah,
Should not go anywhere.
Okay, beautiful. You know what? Let's move it back just a hair. Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this is where they cut the bumper out for whatever reason. And since the piece is missing, there's really not much we can do. That's why we have that replacement bumper that we're going to paint and fix up and put back on the car. So the main difference with this bumper versus what we have, Ramon, is you see this grill?
Uh-huh.
This is a grill that the Ford Motor Company put in to get more airflow for the Cobra model. This is a regular GT model. That's why you see it sealed over here. Now, all bumpers that were manufactured from Ford came like this, and then the special vehicle team basically cut it out, and they installed this grill and this vent system in the back right here. This here to create more airflow. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to basically have to unscrew. There's 2 Phillips over here, and there's 1 screw here that holds the horse, and separate the grill and match it up with that, mock it up, and we can roto zip it out. This way we can put everything together like factory.
Yeah.
So now that we have the original bumper off the car, we're going to be sending it out to the bumper shop so they can go ahead and start doing some repairs to it. The main repair is this lower section where they've cut out for some reason at one time, and the piece is missing. Therefore, we can definitely re-adhere it onto the original bumper. But because we don't have the piece, I sourced this other bumper from a local wrecking yard, which does have the part intact, which they're going to basically cut and splice onto the original bumper. Now, the main reason why we're doing this, folks, is because this bumper belongs to the car. It still has the factory VIN tag on the car, along with all the other VIN tags on the fenders, the hood, the tailgate, and the doors. The car's never been disassembled. It's never been hit. That's why we want to keep the car all original. So stay tuned for the results once it comes back from the bumper shop. These guys work magic. It's going to come out absolutely gorgeous. Next time on CMS Motorsports and Restorations. So our next step for the car, prepping the body, prepping the paint, most importantly, making sure that every crack and crevices of the car is dust-free. It's going to make a big difference on the quality of the paint when it comes to the finished product. We got the Cobra painted, and I can't wait to see this thing in the sunlight. It's going to look absolutely amazing.